Okay, everybody, welcome back. Today, I got a gift for you. This woman is a woman that I debated with before, and she won. And that being said, I'm here for revenge. No, I'm not here for revenge. No, I really respect her, and I'm just gonna bring her in today. We're gonna have maybe like two topics. She's gonna be back again, hopefully. Because if I beat her up pretty bad, she probably won't be here again. But I'm quite sure she's strong. She's a strong woman. So here we go. We're gonna bring in Jay. Let me see. Hey Jay, how you doing today?
What's going on, Kurt? So I need to change my energy then. We're gonna be
Nah,
fighting today.
no.
No, I'm
Actually,
playing.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Because when we first met, it was a little tension, wasn't it?
No, it was not a little tension.
It was an
It
expectation of tension. I mean, on
oh
both sides.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. I
both
I'll
sides.
give you that because of how everything was set up. There was the expectation of this is gonna be quite interesting. Yeah, I'll give you
See,
that.
see, look, now we future good friends. Future good friends.
Future good friends.
So here we go. So we're gonna start off with age gap dating. So, what's your perception of age gap dating?
I don't see a problem with it when you do it for the right reasons. Meaning, don't go looking for, somebody who's 10, 20, 30 years older because you feel like they're going to die before you. And so,
Die.
you're about to collect on that money. One, people's paperwork is not always correct and you aren't aware.
Mm,
But secondly, that's just not the reason to be in a relationship in order to gain some that monetary thing later. If you just meet somebody, they're older than you, younger than you, y'all actually vibe, everybody is being real and not sending their representative to the table,
hmm
I don't have any issues with it.
Intriguing. Now, I see you went straight for not you didn't go straight for, but the undercurrent was a woman would be age gap dating because she might want that money.
Well, I'm not just saying women though. It's some men out here too. I've seen some dudes talking about, I don't mind getting me a sugar mama. And then also that age gap can be because older women sometimes were raised different. And so, well, if I get me an older woman, she's more into that traditional role, cooking, cleaning, all of those things. So it's not just the women, it's men as well. That might be looking for a little come up.
Okay, I got an exercise for you, right quick.
What's that?
Now, growing up, would you say that you preferred, let's say in your 20, what, when you was 18, did you prefer men your age or men older?
I didn't have a preference. So in my 20s, I dated guys the same age as me. I dated guys a little bit younger. I dated guys a little bit older. I did date one guy who was significantly older. So
Right.
I did. For me, it's just, well, in my 20s was different, but I wasn't looking for a sugar daddy or somebody to take care of me. I was looking for somebody to have fun with at the time.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I try to make it personal, but let's talk general. Generally, do women date men their age or older?
Do see, I'm not really the generally woman because okay, let me take it out of my friend circle. Actually, really thinking about it, generally speaking, I don't know that I would necessarily agree that women are looking for a man that's older. I think they're looking for an established man though.
Okay.
Um and I'll just say established, like monetary wise, I don't think that generally speaking, for real, a lot of them are putting anything on, the emotion being emotionally together and all of that as much as they should. They can say what they want, but the writing is on the wall and we kind of see, the pictures be a little bit off. So yeah, generally speaking, I don't think they're setting out for an older man.
Okay.
Are men looking for a younger woman that they can just have a little fun with and control?
And that's the thing. I was kind of like alluding to. Well, my exercise was really for the audience. So let's say that for this conversation, for the sake of this conversation, that women normally date men that's older when they're younger. So let's say 18, they normally date men that's in their 30s sometimes, or in their 20s. They, normally about 6 or 7 years. Let's say that, right?
Okay.
And the purpose for that, and like you just mentioned, is for stability. You know, and I think me and you talked before this, and I was saying how for a man, a young man, dating sucks. Basically, we might have our most fun when we're young, but basically it sucks because we have to build our confidence in talking to women. Because I'm gonna ask you, how often do you approach men?
That ain't my ministry at all.
Okay,
Sorry. I mean,
it's all right.
I'm on dating apps, so of course, you're gonna do this. Well, I'm not on no dating apps now,
Hmm.
but at the time when I was, you swipe left or right or whatever the hell it is in order to show interest. But like in the bar in the street, that's not my ministry. I'm cute, so I'm cute. You think I'm cute? Then I'm all about the man being a pursuer. I'm not about
Right.
yeah.
So,
That's not my
with
ministry.
being a pursuer, it doesn't come natural. It comes with trial and error. You agree?
Of course, but
But I'm saying,
why?
have you ever got turned down before?
Well, I can't get turned down because I'm not out here looking for a dude.
No, I'm saying to the point, men have to shoot their shot. You agree, right?
Right.
And they have to get turned down or accepted. And
Oh
that's a
yes.
and that is a that's a hard role for a young man. It wrecks your because now women are a lot more brutal. You agree? A lot more brutal.
I absolutely would agree, and especially if you make it to that group chat, then yeah, we're going to tear y'all up a whole lot more than you know a lot of the times. So to the point, y'all do have to get used to rejection very fast. And I think if we take it back a little bit more,
Hmm.
it probably your upbringing goes into that
Oh,
because if you aren't taught that okay, you aren't going to have everything you want and it's okay and things happen depending on how well whether or not you were taught and how you receive that information, I think that is going to have an impact, once you're out here trying to meet women. So that is that the only reason why you're saying that men don't like dating when they're young because of the rejection piece,
I
or
didn't
it
say
stinks? It stinks. I'm sorry to
it
use your
stinks. It
word.
sucks. Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Until and that goes to my exercise. I was going to bring the exercise in. The exercise that I learned from somebody else is not mine. Is that women have the thesis the thesis of this exercise is that women have to get to the women have to get their life together quickly because their value drops at a certain age. I know.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay. All right. So
I'm
that
just
being
I'm
said, here's
I'm making faces, but I'm just listening and taking
all
it in.
right. Here's the exercise. You ready for the exercise?
Okay.
Okay. Who gets the most attention from the opposite sex at the age 21? Women or men?
Probably women.
Okay. All right. See, one answer. One word answers, please. Okay. Let's.
I'm not the general person because a lot of this stuff I do feel like, we try to make it black and white and so much stuff just isn't black and white.
Right.
But I'm
Right.
I'm gonna play your exercise though.
It's cool because sometimes we got to work our way up to algebra. Right now, we're just arithmetic. Right now.
I got you. I
Okay.
got you.
So let's go up 5 years. Really, it's 4, but 5 years.
Okay.
25. Who gets more attention, women or men?
25. Who gets more? And you just mean like being out and about? Who's
Yeah.
getting
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, how's it not still women?
Okay. Because I'm going. This is exercise. Okay. We're going up 5 more years. 30.
But okay.
One
This
word answers, please. One
I
word
know.
answers, please.
Your exercise is just so general that
There's a point at the end. I just need one word answers.
it's a lot of other factors here. Okay, so in the 30 age range, who gets more attention, men or women?
Yeah.
uh, at 30, 30, 30. 30 might start to be men.
Okay, so it's kind of even. You say at 30. Now 35,
I'm a I'll say men again, but
40.
40 40s it might be men again.
45.
All right, Kurt. Let's
So
get
you get my point, right? You get my point. So
but
the further we go up, the more men is favored. So
okay,
women have a
but
window to get their stuff together, or choose that one mate, or choose that man,
we'll see.
because after a while, they you know it drops, and we get favored. And here's my
Okay,
point. Now here's my point.
go ahead.
Is that at like you said around 30, or I would say 40, around 40, um, women at 40 normally don't date down in age. The
Mhm.
majority, the majority, they might date around their age. Am I right?
Okay,
She
maybe
ain't
at
dating.
40 they still, but okay,
She's
I'll
not
give
dating a
it
20
like,
year old.
well, but I've seen, some 50 plus that they didn't hit that cougar stage.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, but well, that's the thing. Okay, 50-year-old or 40-year-old men, do they normally date young women
I probably see a nice number than with younger women.
compared to women that's 40?
Right. Well, okay, we gotta go back a little bit because I gotta
Okay, let's
your
go back.
meaning. Why do you think that? What were you basing on who gets more attention on? What were you basing that on? Because I
I,
think that's kind of important to the conversation.
okay, okay, I'll give you that. I'm thinking more of um attention, as in their worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man that's 40 has reached his financial stride. He kind of like got his, if he has his life on track. The men that I know, and generally men wants to be paired up with somebody, unless he getting a whole lot of attention. That's different. But generally, men like, okay, I want to start a family, a legacy or whatnot. And that said, women, I mean, there's propaganda out there that women wants to be players, and live the lifestyle of 40. Let's say a 40-year-old woman. It's not ideal for a 40-year-old woman to live like a player, like a man, a 40-year-old man would. I mean, they
It's
try, they
a lot
try,
of,
but
well,
it's just not gonna work out. I mean, a 20-year-old woman can do that. She
why
can
isn't
be, she can roll with the best of them. But my point of this exercise is that a 40-year-old man. Let me step back for a second. Step back for a second. A 20-year-old woman and let's say a 35-year-old woman is competing for the same man, because normally women like older men, and when a woman around 35, 40, she wants a man older or around her age.
now you say that is did you do research in order to determine that that's the case, or are you assuming that
Well, I don't have a
20-year
research
old
team. I
men?
don't have a research team at the time. Now, in my
But Google
development,
Google is a thing.
it is a thing. It is a thing.
There's also Google research, so you can
Okay.
get
I didn't know that. It
legit.
is?
Yes, Google
Okay.
research, so you can actually get like legit studies on things as well. I I some stuff is hard for me to speak on just because of where I am, and I think just the world and the culture is totally different.
Right.
Now, I see a lot of stuff online, but again, we're talking about social media, and then you're talking about algorithms, and then you're also talking about, okay, what is actually publicized and put out there. And
Hmm.
so if a certain type of lifestyle, a certain type of woman, all these things are, that's what you constantly see, then it begins to feel as if, well, this is kind of like the norm and this is what's really going on across the board. But is it really what's going on across the board, or is that just what we're being fed? Because now today's 20-year-old, they are absolutely different, I would say, than when I was 20. Um, shit, and I just realized that was 20 years ago. But
Wow. That's
yeah,
kidding. Just kidding. Just messing with
perspective.
you.
Um, so I think that there absolutely is a difference between the two, but this, I don't know if I just feel like all together that the 20 and the 35-year-old are necessarily competing for the same guy. Because a 35-year-old woman, she might really be looking for a 40-ish-year-old man, maybe.
Yeah.
And then, truth be told, it's a lot of us out here who aren't necessarily looking for age range. And then let me throw this in here
Go
too,
ahead.
just
Go
to
ahead.
put a little sprinkle on this, because people don't think about it when it's like, okay, well, I need a guy who's 10, 15, 20 years older than me. Okay, so let's say you get somebody who's 20 years older, and we'll just do that for easy math. So you 40 and he's 60. And then you 50 and he's 70. And then you 60 and he 80. Now, is this to say that somebody older, that their health is going to break down faster than yours? Of course not. There are a lot of factors. However, comma,
Uh-huh.
are
Uh-huh.
you prepared for what older could potentially bring into your life?
This is true.
Um, and I don't think a lot of people think about that. We're just talking about, well, an older person is going to be more established. There's also a lot of older people who aren't. But back to the other point I wanted to make, somebody like me, and I think there's a good number of me that exist out there. We aren't necessarily looking based on age. We're just looking based on compatibility.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And that for me, like, I found compatibility 4 years younger than me, 3 years younger than me.
Wow. Okay. Well, like I said, man, debating Jay is always my pleasure because she hold my foot to the fire. So I thought I had you, but I
It's
don't
just,
got you.
everything isn't about win or lose, but it's so many factors and stuff. And it's, just being in this life and how everything plays out, a lot of times it's just easier to say, well, generally speaking, this is what, is fed to us. And so it, because if you look at your circle, does your circle really match what you say is out there? Like your for real circle, not just people you know of.
I agree. It doesn't match. It doesn't
Yeah,
match.
because my circle doesn't match that either.
True.
So
True. Okay.
yeah, it's just,
That's why it's
what
called,
we're fed.
this why it's called the auntie uncle show or the unk shows because we're here to give the bar, set the bar for our younger people because man, they are in the wilderness right now.
They absolutely are. And how did we get here? Like, what
Ah,
happened?
okay. You know what? I'm a I'm gonna stop this segment here and go to part two.